How's it going, everyone, and welcome back to another FPL video. I hope you've enjoyed the break and have come back fresh to tackle the end of season run. Today, we'll be looking at the fixtures, the possible chip strategies between Gameweeks 31 and 38, transfers and captaincy. If you enjoyed the video, please make sure you give it a like and subscribe if you haven't yet. So, this graphic on screen is courtesy of the man himself, FPL Focal, who I'm sure you all know either on YouTube or on Twitter. Remember that other competitions are still ongoing, and teams like Liverpool, Man City and Chelsea are all still in the Champions League and the FA Cup. Leicester's in the Europa Conference League, Palace is in the FA Cup, and West Ham is in the Europa League. Now, when looking at when to use each chip that you have available, let's look at each game week on its own. Starting with the immediate Gameweek 31. Burnley and Everton double. Burnley have 2 home games against Man City and Everton, whilst Everton have 2 away games against West Ham and Burnley. Everton have struggled on the road, but surely they have to come good now, right? And avoid being relegated. I'd say Richarlison is quite a nice punt this game week. Some of you are looking at Weghorst, a Burnley defender, or even Nick Pope, and I don't blame you at all. They have 5 games in 3 game weeks. Gameweek 31 is the ideal time to use the wildcard for some of you who have dead-ended your team all the way until blank Gameweek 30. But if you've used your free hit in Gameweek 30 or had a decent team that isn't very much dead, then I suggest keeping the wildcard. Gameweek 32 is a single game week. I wouldn't advise using any chip here, but rather I'd try and get in a player that would double in Gameweek 33. In the midweek after Gameweek 32, we have European football as well. Gameweek 33 is quite a nice double game week. In terms of chips, you could either use your wildcard to target double Gameweek 33, 36 and 37, or you could use your free hit, especially if you have quite a few players from Wolves, Villa and Leeds who all blanked that game week. I personally have 1 free hit left, and I'm eyeing up whether to use that in Gameweek 33 or the likely biggest double game week of the season in Gameweek 36. At this present moment, I'm leaning towards a Gameweek 36 free hit, but we'll get to that soon. If you still have your wildcard and bench boost available, Gameweek 34 or Gameweek 35 is the ideal time to use the wildcard in order to maximize your bench boost in 36. You could field a decent squad of 15 players who all play twice. And now the big one, double Gameweek 36. So we don't have the confirmed fixtures just yet, but this is a prediction of the likely fixtures for that game week. Like I said, if you have the wildcard and bench boost, double Gameweek 36 is the time to use that bench boost chip. It's a strategy I've used every season that I've played FPL thus far, and it's ensured that I've got big green arrows towards the end of the season. But if, like me this season, you just have 1 free hit left and no other chips, I want to free hit in Gameweek 36 to get triple Man City. I predict the title to go down to the wire, and if it does, I feel like Gameweek 36 is a key game week. Man City could have a really juicy, really nice juicy double game week and could score a load of goals. You could make up massive ground by getting in the correct 3 Man City players, and it's a risk I feel is worth taking. The relegation battle and European spots will also be up for grabs. Gameweek 36 is a very key game week this season. If you've used your team-changing chips and only have a triple captaincy chip available, Gameweek 36 could also be the right game week to use it. Double Gameweek 37 is a game week not spoken about enough, and one that's gone a bit under the radar. These are the predicted fixtures, and it's very likely that it will be a double game week for a few teams. Here, I'd suggest using whatever remaining chip you have besides the triple captaincy chip, because Gameweek 38 is known to be an extremely high scoring game week despite it being a certain single game week. Teams go out with a bang whether they're relegated already or still fighting for something. Has been a few seasons where the winner of FPL won the entire thing by using their triple captain in the very final game week. So it's worth looking at as well. Whew, that was a lot, and I hope it's helped you in some way. This season was one like no other in terms of the planning, and it's become very team dependent. So I thought looking at each game week individually could help everyone as a whole in terms of their chip strategy. With all that in mind, let's now have a look at how the team performed in Game Week 30 and my team selection for Game Week 31. So this was my team for blank Game Week 30. Wasn't too bad. I finished on 54 points with a very solid green arrow as well. I was quite unlucky with Ramsdale getting injured after the deadline. Well, I'm sure he was injured before, but it just wasn't made aware to us. Captaincy got it spot on, but Kane was the most captain player as well. And if we have a look at the green arrow there, I went from about 2.2k, well, not really a green arrow, it was, I'd say, an orange arrow. I consider it a green arrow because I did not use a single chip that game week. I saved my free hit. I managed not to take a hit as well. And I put out quite a decent team. Did I take a hit? I don't actually remember. No, I didn't. Yeah, it was quite a long time ago. I don't even remember what happened. Yeah, an orange arrow from 2.2k, and I still remain 2.2k. I dropped about 24 places, I think it is. Yeah, so not too bad. As you can see, I've already used the majority of my chips this season with one free hit available. And if you have a look at my previous seasons, if you don't actually know me and this is the first time you're watching my videos, this is my FPL history. My worst rank to date is 86k, and the target for this season was to finish in the top 1000. I've said that from video 1, and that's very possible. Things can go bad, things can go well. We'll have to just wait and see, and hopefully our strategy is a good one. In terms of the mini leagues, not too bad. I'm up there in most of them. Something I'm quite proud of. And to be ranked 31 in South Africa, not too bad at all. Now let's have a look at the team selection. And yeah, I don't actually like using this anymore when looking at my team selection. So we'll jump ahead to FPL team, which is done by a guy named Peter. If you don't know him, the site is amazing. It's fpl.team/planning ahead. I love the graphic on this website. You can visualize everything. You can skip forward to Game Week 32, 33, and so on. But looking at Game Week 31, so Ramsdale is flagged for the game week, and it seems that he will not be fit for the game. So in comes Dubravka, who is also flagged, funnily enough, but he is in training and should be expected to play this game week. Trent is a doubt. In the morning today, it came up that Trent is fit and available and in full training. A few hours later, it broke that no, he's actually not in full training, but is in light training, and he hasn't joined the team yet in full training. So yeah, he's available and unavailable. I don't actually know. I do expect him to be benched, even if fit. It could come off the bench, but we'll have to wait and see. So I will be starting him. In terms of injury, we also have Saka, who was an injury dart, but Arteta came out and said that Saka is in training, so I would expect him to start as well. Mo Salah comes straight into the team. And, you know, Mo is a, what can you say, a form player. He's a confidence player. That's the word I was looking for. And after defeat against Senegal in the World Cup qualifier, what will that do? Will he come back hungry? Will he want revenge against Watford? Mo typically scores a ton of goals against Watford, and captaincy is a no-brainer for me. Vice captaincy will go on Kane. He's the man in form. I think he has 11 goals or assists in the last I think 8 game weeks or so. Don't quote me on that. I'm not certain about that. But yeah, Kane is in quite good form and against a Newcastle team. That has, here and there in terms of their form, they definitely look like they aren't going to get relegated. All credit to Newcastle. They've been performing really well. Richarlison comes straight into the team with Sice on the bench. Richarlison has a double game week, and I'm sure you're wondering, if I have a player playing 2 games, shouldn't we captain them? Well, I've learned from earlier in the season when we've all captained either Dennis or King. When we looked at Weghorst earlier in the season, it doesn't work. We don't pick them in our teams when they have a single game week for a reason. They aren't the best currently. They don't have the form. But the reason Richarlison is in my team is that I don't expect Everton to get relegated. Surely they're too big of a club to get relegated currently. They've spent too much money. And if they are going to change their form, it has to be now. And if they are going to score goals, who other than the likes of Richarlison? I don't like the dude personally, but he does score them every now and then. And he is in my team. But if I am wrong and they don't score a ton of goals or start scoring again, I'm not going to risk the captaincy on a player like Richarlison. You either captain Salah or Kane, or if you have Son and you want to go a bit differential, maybe you have a Man City player like KDB or like a Mahrez and you want to take that punt. Why not? It's the back end of the season. You want to make up huge ground now. It's worth taking a punt, but I will not go against the king, Mo Salah. He will without a doubt be my captain for the game week. So yeah, I think a big thing for me this game week is the bench order. And typically that isn't a big concern, but if Trent does miss out, who do I want coming in? Ramsey, yeah, he's quite a nice player. At his price bracket, he offers the most value for money. But I have Coutinho in the team already, and they're up against Wolves. And as we've seen the past few game weeks, that Wolves team is very solid in defense. If Villa don't score and Wolves get a clean sheet, it would be nice to cover that and have Saiz come into my team. But if Villa score 1 or 2 goals and Ramsey is involved, what would I regret more? You've also got Chris Wood against Tottenham, and Spurs is a team in form. They're going for top 4, which is why I have Chris Wood on the bench. But Spurs are very up and down. You know how they are. They could beat Man City one week and then lose to Middlesbrough 1-0 the next week, or lose to Burnley. And then they'll beat Leeds 5 or 6-0. You just truly don't know what to expect from them. And Chris Wood has scored for New Zealand as well during this international break. So he has a bit of form. What do? I think my current bench is the bench that I will likely go with. I may actually switch Chris Wood and Saiz and stick with this. Yeah, I think I'm pretty much all set. I will be saving the transfer, which gives me more time to think about my chip strategy and my transfers. Am I going to keep the free hit for Gameweek 36? Or if I play the free hit in 33, then there's no issue with keeping players like Coutinho in the team if I am going to free hit in 33. But if I'm free hitting in Gameweek 36, then I will likely sell maybe Coutinho or Ramsey or, Saiz. It gives me more time to think about it by saving the transfer. And I will be bringing in players that will be doubling in Gameweek 33. If we have a look at Gameweek 33 quickly, I currently have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 players that are doubling. So that will leave me with 3 transfers. Gameweek 33. Gaming 32, I will have 2 transfers available, and in 33, I'll have 1. That will get me to 9 players that will double in 33 without taking a hit. And in double gamings, you know what it is. We will be taking a hit because a hit is effectively a -2, right? That's at least what we tell ourselves. So yeah, I think I'm all set. If you have any questions at all, drop them in the comment section below. That's what I'm here for. Any question, whatever it is, FPL related or not, I'm here to help, give you advice, whatever it is that you need. I hope you've enjoyed the video and found it helpful. Make sure you join the Try Smash FPL Mini League. Follow me on my socials where I'm active every single day, and subscribe to the channel if you enjoy the content here. I will be back, so put your notifications on. Good luck, and remember to FPL responsibly.